remember your first day of high school? Were you nervous and scared? Maybe you felt confident and excited.
What about your first love? Maybe you're still in love with that same person. Maybe you've sworn off love forever.
Do you remember the first time you played your favorite sport? Or tried out for a play?
Or how about your first visit to a different country?
We all have firsts, even if we don't realize it.
The list is constantly growing.
Firsts can represent
experience,
growth,
a challenge,
giving into peer pressure,
or maybe even pain.
They are also markers of our lives,
signposts of our ever-growing development,
and a signal of something new.
Firsts are often met with change,
like the first snowfall of the season, or the first time playing a game.
And that's what our show is all about today. Firsts.
And this show is also a first. I'm Vanessa Beaudry.
I'm Gordon Walker.
And this is the first episode of the Trojan Voice.
Every episode, we bring you a story on a topic or theme.
This episode, we have 8 different stories for you, all made
by students of West Ferris Secondary. Our first story,
the first snowfall. The first snowfall we had this year was October 29th. It was snowing, and then I was kind of a little angry, honestly. Like, I just said that I liked the snow, but I was a little angry because I was thinking to myself, great, now I have to go outside and clean my car. Hi, this is Vanessa, and this is my piece about the first snowfall. Do you ever feel this? You walk outside, but and you're like, oh, it's cold, but you feel good because it's snowing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So you're cold on the outside, but you're like all warm and fuzzy on the inside. And if you're drinking a hot chocolate, it makes it 10 times better.
Yeah.
Because now it's actually warming up your inside. Lauren and I were like, do you want to do something? So I remember we went to Tim Hortons, and it had been so cold that day that they were sold out of hot chocolate. Normal hot chocolate. They were just out. And so we got French vanillas, and then we went to the beach. This is so weird, because I'm always listening to the Taylor Swift song, Snow on the Beach.
And it's like snow at the beach.
And we just kind of stood there in the snow, and the water wasn't frozen yet, so there was like ducks in the water, and the ducks came out of the water and stood in front of me, and then I started walking away, and they kept following me to the car. All the way to the car, they followed me there. And I was like, I don't know what you want from me, but I don't have anything. I didn't have any bread. I wasn't waving food everywhere. In that moment, I felt some sort of emotion that was just... It was something. That's all I had to say. I don't know. I have a love-hate relationship with winter, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Seasonal depression comes with all of that.
Mm-hmm.
But this specific time of year, until we hit mid-January, I'm all happy.
I'm Sawyer Watts.
Yeah. The topic you told me you wanted to talk about is first loves.
Yeah, that's all I could think of.
So, do you have a first love?
I did have a first love in 7th grade. And should I use names? Probably not, right?
Yeah. Why don't, for this, if it helps, you could use, we could call her give her another name.
Call her Billy.
Okay. How did you know that you were in love with Billy?
We started dating eventually, and then I just how it's just like a feeling you get. So.
How would you describe that feeling?
Good. Kind of like butterflies stuff. So.
Do you remember the first time you saw Billy?
Honestly, not really, but I like this one girl, and say her name's Jimetta. And then after Jimetta, because that was not going, because she was I didn't tell her I liked her, but she wasn't definitely not interested. And then I just stopped. And then there was Billy. And then I just kind of started, And and you got that feeling. And then eventually I told her during lunch or like outside when we had like gym. And then later on in that day or the next day, she wrote me the note. It said that she liked me since I liked Jimetta, and that I think she was just like, I don't know if it was like something about like too nervous to talk to me about it.
What happens after that?
Well, I talked to my friends about it a lot, but then they told me I should wait just because, like cool down a bit from like that day after all that. And then I just waited. And then a day or two later, I asked her out.
Grade 7. When two people like people in grade 7, what does dating look like? What's the day-to-day kind of?
It's pretty immature, but I don't know, just like hanging out at like recess and like she was in my class, so she kind of sat in the middle, three desks from the front. I sat in the back right, but I'd like walk by her sometimes because if I were to go to the bathroom, then we were a bit closer then, I guess, but just like holding hands and stuff, But I mean, I might like hug her sometimes, but like that was pretty much it. Yeah. It was mostly shallow relationship, it wasn't like deep, like connected on a personal level.
Do you remember when in that you've started dating that you were like, oh, this is love?
I don't think it was immediate. It was probably like a couple days, a week or two. And then I'd like maybe say it, but like, just like quietly. I mean, to the point where she couldn't really hear me, but that's.
How come you said it so quiet?
Because it's awkward. But, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it can be awkward, right?
Yeah.
What do you think is awkward about it?
Well, the meaning behind it, and it depends on what they say back. So.
That could be scary.
Yeah.
Did you ever say it loud enough for her to hear it?
Oh, yeah, like eventually. Yeah, I think she said it first, and then I said it back. It was a bad relationship after a while. But like, because she was kind of like, she's like, why didn't you say it back? Because she would say that. I was like, I did. Like, but like, I was like, she might say it, and I was like, I don't know if I replied then and there, and if I did, it wouldn't be like loud enough.
It sounds like one of the things that kind of, when you said kind of went bad, was that maybe there weren't the same, expectations or standards. Like if she said, oh, I love you, she'd want to hear it right away.
Yeah.
And would you always say it right away or no?
Eventually, yeah. It got more like frequent and like closer to like when she would say it, but other than that, like at the beginning, no.
And was that a conscious thing? Like, were you like, oh, I feel weird about saying it right now or right here in this place, or?
I don't know, like not really weird, but it was definitely like a conscious choice if I were to like be quiet about it or anything like that, just because it's awkward, I guess.
Is it awkward because there's other people around and stuff?
Not that, just like even if they're gonna be accepting, or even if you don't, just to say it, stuff like that to somebody, it's just kind of like if you're not used to it per se.
Yeah.
But
how did you feel once the relationship ended?
I ended it, but I felt sad after. Like I felt okay, and then I felt sad for a bit, but then I was fine after that. So it doesn't really,
What were you sad about?
Well, I don't know if necessarily it was about her specifically, but like if you leave a relationship and since like when you've been in it, and then because you're constantly like with someone and you're getting that affection, and then you cut it off, so then it's just kind of, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it's the absence of something or withdrawal.
Yeah.
Have you been in love since Billy?
With one girl in grade 8, yes, but other than that, no.
And then is there anything you've learned from that experience?
Yeah. Probably to have a deeper relationship if I'm going to again, because I was pretty shallow, but then again, it was 7th grade, but either way. And just like if there's something about a relationship that you don't like, to point that out, to talk to them about it, because otherwise it's not gonna change, and you're supposed to have awkward conversations instead of long-term discomfort, you know?
What have you learned about love?
It's more a commitment than a feeling. Like, even say, just not just from her, but if you're feeling like you love somebody and then you wake up and you don't, you can't really like depends, because feelings are just kind of like a roller coaster. You kind of got to decide if you do or not.
So you guys are talking about your first rehearsal of Jesus Christ Superstar?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Cara.
And I'm Adrianna, and this is a piece about our first rehearsal.
So how was the first rehearsal?
It was so scary. It was like, imagine being nervous for a presentation. It was worse than that because we had to dance and sing.
There's lots of people there?
Yeah.
Like a lot of people. Everyone's there. What's the first thing you guys do?
They made us sing and dance first, so it was like really awkward. I think Mr. McCaskill's just like, thank you all for coming. Good.
Yeah. He calls us like one by one to go on stage. Yeah, so that he can like place where we need to be. And it was really scary because I was wearing like a short skirt kind of.
Oh.
And I had to walk up the stairs.
Like the front steps, right?
Yeah,
Like
the very front steps. And I was like, Cara, you have to come with me
Like,
because I
everyone was
might
just sitting
flash
there.
everyone in here. And then she couldn't come with me, and I was scared, but I didn't.
I think you were good.
Yeah, I was good, but it was pretty scary.
What did you have to sing?
We had to sing like a Jesus song.
So like from the
Yeah.
from the production. Okay.
Yeah, and then we had to do a dance from the production, and I messed it up a lot.
Me too. It was like a really forgetful dance.
Yeah,
but it was
a
also
lot.
really like, yeah, it was a lot.
So like there's how many main characters is there? 2, 3?
There's Jesus.
Yeah.
Jesus, Mary, the villain that Abby plays.
And then there's like a lot of background dancers,
Yeah.
people.
I think there's one scene, the temple scene, where everyone's acting. Well, not everyone, but like few selected people are acting, right?
I don't know, though. I know someone has a whip for that scene.
Oh,
That's that scene?
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
I need to come see this. You got me invested now. This is when is this? March? February? I don't know.
February 29th to March 2nd, I think,
Yeah.
right?
Okay.
Yeah, and then in the temple scene, they need, like, Jesus, like, breaks a guitar.
The whole world of theater is a mystery to me. I walk in, everyone's dancing and singing. Love it. Love the atmosphere. Just have no clue what's going on.
We also got our first introduction to the soundtrack of the play. And our reactions to, like, the first overture song was so, like, because it's basically, like, imagine if Jesus was rock.
Yeah. It's like not Jesus-y.
It's not. Oh, like yeah, I
Like,
could imagine
yeah.
what you're talking about. Like, it's not very like religious.
No.
It's
No,
very
at
like
all.
hard rock. Like, is it
Yeah.
like metal rock?
Basically, it's supposed to be, like, post-apocalyptic, but in
Okay.
the future. And, like, people are trying to take over where we are, I guess.
Okay.
And
Like
then-
people, external people that are not
Yeah.
shown in within.
Or, like,
There's a war going on, right?
yeah, there's like a war
Okay.
going on, and these people are trying to take over. And then Jesus, he has like an answer to how to fix it, but he can't tell anyone in like the city like what the answer is, because the answer is him having to die.
he just has to do
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Goodness.
So like
gracious.
there's like a song that everyone's like, "What's happening? Tell me what's happening," which is the song that they played at the
Oh,
rally yesterday.
okay.
And everyone's just asking like, "What's happening?" because he won't tell us like what
Oh.
his idea is.
That's deep. That's a very deep topic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
No, I think the
They
show's
always
gonna be
do.
really, really
I
good.
think it's gonna be
Me too.
a hit.
Am I allowed to say that?
West Ferris Ferris Theatre returns with their biggest project in over 20 years.
Join us February 29th, March 1st, and 2nd for our hard rock musical, Jesus Christ Superstar.
Tickets will be on sale in the theater foyer the week of the show.
Or buy them online by Googling Jesus Christ Superstar West Ferris.
We feed off each other.
Yeah. We just tell a lot of stories, you know?
Yeah, I think this guy got me to start doing so much stuff in my life. Like, I think once I started hanging out with him a lot, I realized, hey, I'm gonna have to live my life. I'm gonna have to do stuff. Why not just do it and say whatever?
Have fun.
Yeah.
We try to make fun of everything we do.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Kooper.
Hi, I'm Rylan.
This is about the first time meeting and hanging out.
I used to race him in kindergarten.
Yeah, we used to race. We used to in kindergarten. During lunchtime, we'd all line up on one fence and run across. That was a big part of kindergarten.
We used to have a friend in kindergarten named Teddy Bear.
Teddy Bear.
He was the fastest in the class.
Yeah, he was the fastest kid in the class. Yeah. That's why I think we remember it so much.
Yeah, we'd beat us every time in the races.
And by like a long shot.
Yeah. He had a lot going for him.
Yeah.
He passed away. We don't know how.
We don't. Yeah, in the middle of kindergarten, he disappeared, and then years later, we found out he passed away.
But that's like one of the things that I remember mostly.
Yeah.
We used to always talk about that. We've always been like, "Where's Teddy Bear?"
Yeah.
You know.
When I found out that he passed away, I was like, "Oh, I don't know. It wasn't part of my life anymore, so I don't think it had an effect on my life. But it was sad to think about. Hey, the kid that I used to know and used to have fun. I don't know. Kindergarten. Thinking back about it, it's just. That was my life. That's what I remember.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think there's a reason I remember it. I think it's just that's the way my life went. That's how I'm gonna remember it.
We didn't talk for like 7 years after that.
No.
And then grade 9, we got in the same classroom. Didn't talk too much then. And then in grade 9, I started going to his house a lot.
Grade 9, we started hanging out a ton.
Grade 10, it was a little bit of mixture, and then this year
it's
so like all we do is hang out with each other. There was like always a routine. We always went to his house. It was like a routine.
I don't know. I think it was just something we found things that we enjoyed doing, and we stuck to doing them, and then it just let us become like really good friends.
Yeah, we really disagree on a lot of stuff, but that's what makes it fun.
But hey, people are like that. Everyone's going to disagree on everything. You can't be best friends with someone who agrees on you with everything. We laugh. We kind of make fun of each other a bit about it.
Yeah.
We don't get mad at each other about disagreements.
We just like laugh it off in the end. We just both tell our statements and then laugh it off, and we don't try to convince each other to follow our statements. You know.
I think we respect each other's opinions a lot too, and
yeah.
I don't know. We see each other as that's who we are.
One of like the big ones is music. We both have very different tastes.
My favorite music artist, he hates him. Kanye West, he hates Kanye West.
But
I don't know, it's weird.
Yeah. We've never had a fight.
We've never had like a big argument together.
We've had like friends who had disagreements with each other, like with him or me, but like we've never actually.
No.
We've always just been totally honest with each other, you know.
Personally, we don't have arguments.
Never. It's pointless, we find.
I think if we do start to have an argument too, we quickly realize that's what he thinks, that's what I think. Oh well, you know?
There's no people think whatever they want.
Yeah, that's how it's gonna be. If he wants to think that way, he's gonna think that way. That's gonna be his opinion.
Yeah.
I'm Victor, grade 11, and I got to the country because last year in December, one teacher told me there's this scholarship that can take you to the USA or to Canada. So I think you should apply for it. I think you got a pretty good chance, and now I'm here. When I got my placement, I knew I wanted to try football because it was gonna be like my only chance to ever do it. So immediately when I knew where I was gonna go, I was like, okay, so what's this all about? You know, I even tried to contact Coach Robinson. The thing is, I didn't have international coach, so I couldn't. But just seeing you guys like on Instagram, all those pictures, the championship, trying to know what I wanted to do with myself, because I didn't know anything about the sport. Like, as a matter of fact, it was my first time ever seeing a football. I met Coach Robinson, and he was like, "You want to try football?" And I said, "Yeah, hell yeah, why not?" And he said, "Okay, this afternoon, come, we'll teach you that." I was so nervous because I'm like, "Yeah, I'm getting so hit, I'm getting seated to," but I didn't care. I just showed up. I think the first person I even talked to was Jace, because I was just there in the sideline watching you guys do like Skellies, not knowing what was happening, and Jace like kind of seated and said, "Hey, how's it going? Go." And he started explaining. I was put at DB because they didn't know what to do with me. It was like, "Have you ever touched a football? No. Have you ever watched a professional? No. Are you at least fast?" And I said, "Well, yeah, I think I'm pretty fast." So, yeah, you're a DB. Go on. so I was just there, like, people trying to teach me what to do. Like, I was so scared to like go live for the first time. I was so scared when he said, "Yeah, we're going to the ground on this one. Yeah, get in line." So it seemed like a very cool sport, like, and people playing it look bad. So I wanted to look bad. But on top of that, I guess I thought it was gonna be easy, and it wasn't. Like, it was the complete opposite. But that made it even cooler, because I saw that it was even just wearing the gear is even more difficult than you thought it would be. Like, I am over there, I don't have my pads yet, just my helmet, and I look like a newborn baby trying to walk or like stumbling around and even throwing the football or whatever. But that made it so much fun because there is so much room for improvement, and I love that. Even though like I didn't knew anybody, I didn't knew the country, I didn't know anything. I already knew I wanted to play before coming here. So like I spent all summer looking at football videos, football positions, just to have an idea of what I was coming to. But I know it's so different. I'm out of the country, yeah, but that doesn't mean like I'm not involved in the school. Like, I talk to everyone. If someone wants to talk to me, I never say no. I'm not shy. That's what I'm trying to say. But football really helped because, like, well, you're part of the team. You're part of something, and the guys that are also there, like, they take care of you, and you try to take care of them. So that was a really nice feeling for a newcomer. I wasn't expecting it to be like that. I thought it was going to be like just a team and that's it. But it was so much more than that. I miss it a lot more than I thought I would, because I know I'm not going to do it again. And it's kind of sad because like I feel like I didn't get a chance to prove myself in some way. Like, I wasn't expecting to start, obviously, because like I'm bad shape or whatever. But yeah, just like practice while fun. But I feel like I could have gotten some more time on the field if I was given like 1 or 2 months. But I don't regret anything. Like, I will do it over and over again, just for fun, just for the guys.
I started out when I was like 7 years old. No, I started out when I was like 5. I started when I was like 3. Well, I started
skating,
playing hockey when I was like 5. I played on like the house little attendance. Hi, I'm Leena. I'm a grade 9 student at West Ferris.
I'm Hayden. I'm also a grade 9 student at West Ferris.
Hi, I'm Ava. I am a grade 9 student at West Ferris as well. Okay, so I didn't start playing hockey until I was 10, actually.
Actually?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I played ringette when I was 9.
Oh, so you've skated before.
So I played ringette for a year, and I didn't like it at all. Because I watched my brother play hockey all the time. So then I did hockey, but I did a house for 2 years, and then 3 years maybe, and then now I'm the same team as Leena.
So I used to live down south in a place called Thamesford. It's just this little small town near London. And so I played hockey like all my life. Like I started skating when I was like 2 or 3. And then I just kind of like got called up when I was in like Adam, which is like U11, I think.
Yeah.
Is that U11?
Yeah, U11.
Okay. So I got called up when I was in Adam to play with like a rep team, but it was like an older team. So I was still like 9 years old playing with like 11 years. So that was rep, and then I played rep every year. And then I moved to North Bay when I was like 10, maybe 11.
And you're on
then-
my team.
Yeah. But I didn't play the first year. I didn't play.
Oh, didn't you?
No, because of COVID.
Oh,
COVID.
yeah.
So none of us played, and so I wanted to play house my first year just to kind of get back into hockey because I took a whole year off, and I didn't want to lose like any of my skills. But I went out to the Ice Bolts tryout. And
Now the Junior Lakers, but was
yeah,
Ice Bolts back
the
then.
Ice Bolts tryout, and yeah, that's.
Then you're on
3
my
years
team.
ago. Yeah, I was on Hayden's team.
And my first time playing hockey, I was probably about 4 or 5 in Tibbetts hockey. I learned to skate at like probably 2 or 3 years old. And I tried out for I didn't really try out. I was playing house league. And then I played house league for a couple years, and then I tried out for rep 1 year, and I made the team. And I played forward all my life, and then this year I made the U15 double B team, and they made me play D. So now I'm a defense, and
First time playing defense.
yeah,
That's
first time
fine.
playing D. We're changing
That's
the
fine.
subject now.
Yeah.
Yeah, first time playing D. Actually, I'll go off about that a little bit. It wasn't great. Well, it was. I don't know. It was just different.
I
but
bet. Like I feel like defense is always skating a lot harder and faster than
yeah,
forwards.
especially like I feel it would be worse if we were in like a higher division that we weren't supposed to be in. We're in a good group where we're like not getting blown out every single game, because then that would be a lot to handle.
Yeah.
So it's not
And
crazy.
just to mention, the junior Lakers are like the normal Lakers, like the university team is like one of the best in the league. So I think junior Lakers is kind of following that. I think we're doing pretty good.
Yeah,
so
we're
that's
doing
fun.
pretty good. Yeah, it was pretty good. Now I'm on D and I'm like comfortable with it. Now I know I can play both. And I might have to play goalie for the school team. We don't know yet. We don't have a goalie.
That would be funny. That
Yeah,
would
we
be
don't
really
have a goalie,
funny.
so I might be doing 3 positions in 3 years, or 1 year, 1 season, but it's okay. I'll probably be the goalie if we have a team, and come watch. Go Trojans, yay.
Go Trojans.
Hi, I'm Jack.
Cyrus, Severin, Vibert. And I'm Eli.
And this is our piece about our first time playing Fortnite. My first time playing Fortnite, I did very, very bad, admittedly. And I played on my Nintendo Switch in my basement. I had like half a controller, half the buttons didn't work. But I still managed to get to the top 10, and I remember that very vividly. I got 2 kills in the game, which I was super proud of at the time. And then it all went downhill from there.
Wasn't a victory royale.
I saw this one guy, and he came up to me, and he just started building like crazy, like I've never seen before. It was-
Taj Mahal, right?
yeah, he went up, started cranking 90s on me, and then not only did he edited tunnels, and then come up and he one-pumped me in the face. And then it was bad. The next game, even I tried again. This one guy came up. I didn't even see him. He was behind me. He shot on my back, and I died in about 4 seconds because I didn't know how to build at that point.
Whoa.
So it was. I never played Fortnite for at least a couple months after. I was so mad and I was so distraught about how that game went that I just couldn't.
I mean, I think that's an experience we can all kind of relate to, you know?
Getting
Yeah.
your bag shot on.
I feel like everyone's first Fortnite game never goes totally according to plan.
Yeah.
You won
Really?
your first?
You won your first game.
Nope.
No, he's just lying. He's
What
lying.
a capper.
Has anyone here actually won their first game in Fortnite?
Well, you know, I actually came, I think it was 6th place in my first Fortnite game.
I don't believe that.
You don't believe it? No, it was crazy luck.
based on your
Actually, no.
gameplay, no.
It was
That's
9th. It was 9th. So,
Unbelievable.
from what I remember, I think I shot at somebody about, 2 times with a tactical shotgun. It was blue, I remember. And they were probably way out of range for a shotgun. But, you know, I still tried. And I did exactly 7 shield damage to one of them.
Goodness.
And
Even
then,
as the shield.
you know, sprinting wasn't in the game at the time, so I was kind of screwed over from there. So I tried to run away, but they had an assault rifle, and they just kind of beat me down. It was really sad. But for the whole time before that, I was just kind of running around like an idiot. I didn't even know you could break things.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was.
That's kind of that's ingrained in the game. That's
Well,
part
you
of the
see,
whole thing.
that's why to this day I'm still sort of not very good at Fortnite.
Oh,
I mean, I
can
feel like
tell.
when you spawn in and you're given a pickaxe, it's kind of like your first instinct to start hitting things, right?
Well, I was special.
Build.
Well,
you can build.
also
That's like
shoot.
pretty much like
Also shoot.
set in stone. Yeah.
I mean, my first time was actually on my birthday party. I had
Oh,
a group
really?
of 4 guys cheering me on, providing me moral support. I was hiding in a building for most of the game.
Mm-hmm.
Had a lot of materials, didn't know how to build.
Okay, Caleb, I think you should tell us about your first.
I feel like yours is interesting.
I can remember my time vividly. It was the first day the game was even launched.
Mhm.
I saw my favorite YouTuber at the time, Typical Gamer. He was doing like a sponsored stream, so I installed it, went to school, came home. She was already installed. So
Oh, yeah.
it was a good day.
That was a good day.
I got on
I
the
think
game,
so.
and one of like the first players, so everyone was bad. This was before people could build. You know what I mean? Like Eli still. So I'm just sitting in a bush, right? Top 5. And I got my big break, but I find a golden scar.
Oh my goodness.
It carries me to the dub, bro. 96 damage headshots.
Holy moly.
Yeah, I know. That was before the nerf.
That was in the season 1. It was super
My
overpowered.
first game.
And you won?
I won her. There was
Won.
only like 60 players in the lobby because no one actually played at the time.
Yeah, nobody knew about it.
Yeah.
So I guess you were on even playing fields with everyone else because everyone else was
No one
new
played
too.
Before, yeah.
Mm.
On the old Xbox 360? Or
Yeah.
Xbox One, my bad.
Oh yeah. It's
So
okay.
just to be clear, you got the dub that game?
I got the dub.
You got the
Your
dub.
first ever
My
Fortnite.
first ever game.
That's-
I was so excited.
Kind of it was a solo game too.
It was a solo.
It's
That's
unheard of.
impressive.
I kind of just sat in a bush half the game.
Well,
It's a
know,
story
it
for
works.
generations.
You know what I mean? Like the cold hands,
Yeah.
sweaty.
well, I know the top 5 scenarios.
You're like-
it is pretty serious.
And then the next game, you die 90th place.
Oh,
Well, you can't win every one, you know.
It's really throwing me.
The first time I played with you, actually, we did win.
We
remember?
did win.
Yeah.
Did we win the next time? I don't remember.
No, probably not.
No.
We're not
I
that
thought you
good.
never lost though.
Does anyone here remember their first time cranking a 90?
well, I've never done that.
You've
so.
never cranked a 90?
I
I
can't.
probably
You know-
still can't. I quit.
You know-
I quit in season 4.
You have to learn. Fortnite's back. It's the OG map. You have to start playing again.
What, did we hear your Cyrus's?
Yeah, wait.
Your first dub.
You know, Cyrus, you haven't really told your story yet.
Contributed.
Yeah.
Listen, all
Fill
I'm
us in.
saying is, I was on my Xbox. I think Josh was over.
All right.
His mom told him he couldn't kill anyone in Fortnite because it was too violent.
Wow.
So, pretty much, we just spent the whole game, running around. We didn't kill anyone because, Josh loves his mom.
You're a pacifist.
Yeah, well, like, that's what she wants him to be, and he's a lover, not a fighter.
And he is, right?
You know, that mentality in Fortnite, being a lover and not a fighter, that usually doesn't.
It doesn't take you very
It
far.
doesn't take you very far.
You know,
Like,
No.
things fall apart pretty
I bet
quickly.
you. No, I can
no,
actually.
seriously, that was your.
Wait,
no,
can you
ever
attest?
you ever find somebody and you like start emoting because you know you're gonna die, and they let you live?
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean? It takes you really far.
Yeah.
Well,
Sometimes you gotta
Power
love,
friendship.
you have to have that certain kind of
and then you
charm.
betray them.
It depends on the skin you have, right?
Yeah.
If I'm wearing the ice peely, nobody likes that.
What do you?
Yeah, it's free. You're like, bro.
Let's say if you had a have the light.
Hey, that's our first
Thank you all for listening to our podcast about first games and Fortnite. And we'll see you in the next
Hey Alex, how was your trip to Italy?
It was okay. It was like it was around 5 years ago now, and I went to go there. I visited some cousins.
Who'd you go with?
Okay, I went with my mom. I went with my mom, and I met my, and then I went with my mom, my uncle, and my grandmother, and so I went to go visit some cousins there that and it was good.
That sounds fun. Did you see any cool sights there?
I was in, what do you call it? There's this thing they do every year where it's this statue called the Madonna, and they found it in the ocean.
All right.
And they found it in the ocean, and it's very important to them because they found it that someone found it in the ocean, but it was perfect. The sculpture was perfect. It had no stains. It was like it was magical. So now from what I know, is that people really admire this. Also, I remember this one time I was there. My uncle, I think a day before, 2 days before, he put some gel in my hair, right? And so when he did it, he made me look nice. We went out to go get ice cream or something. And like a few days later, I tried to put it on myself. Okay, listen to this. I tried putting it on myself, but I put too much of it.
Uh-oh.
And he got so mad. And he started to then he's like, "Oh, your hair is gonna fall out. You're gonna
put on."
I used the whole bottle.
Whoa.
So it's like, "Oh, your hair is gonna fall out by the time it's tomorrow. You're gonna get you're not gonna have no hair by then." Of course, he was just messing with me, but actually, some of my hair did fall out because I used too much. I used too much, and he was very, very very mad about that. And looking back, it's just so funny because at the time it was like very, "Oh, I'm sorry," but now it's really funny. And he might not find it funny because that was his gel. Because it's so much money, But looking back, it was kind of hilarious.
You guys got over it.
Yeah.
That sounds crazy. Did you have any other fun adventures there?
I met some family there that first of all, I didn't even know I had over there. So and actually one of them, I was recently in Mexico in spring, March break.
Yeah.
This year. And I saw him there, and I haven't seen him since 2019 because that's when I first went to Italy.
It's a long time.
Yeah. So, I saw him there with a few of my other cousins from Italy, and yeah, it was kind of it was kind of surprising for me to see him there because I actually found out before that I was that he was coming. So okay. So, you know, I was there for 3 weeks. It was fun.
We hope you enjoyed our first episode. The Trojan Voice was recorded and produced on the traditional territory of Anishinabeg and land covered by the Robinson Huron Treaty of 1850, in harmony with all our relations, miigwech. This podcast is made by the students of West Ferris Secondary. Today you heard pieces produced by
Danilo Ramsden,
Sawyer Watts,
Cara Jones, Adrianna Coleman,
Cooper Causton,
Rylan Boutin,
Victor Lopez,
Jack Flichel,
Leena Gasson,
Ava Park,
Hayden Seguin,
Eli Taeachnick,
Jack Bonnell,
Severin Vibert,
Cyrus Hachkowski,
Gordon Walker,
Alexander Abraci,
and me, Vanessa Beaudry. Our senior producers are B. Raleigh and Robin Bartlett. We want to spread the word about our podcast, so make sure to like and subscribe wherever you are listening. We'll be back with another episode soon.